Today, we're going to unpack a powerful secret about finding truth, one that's kind of hidden in plain sight. It all comes from this incredible conversation between two old friends, one a lifelong seeker and the other a humble sage. And trust me, it challenges the very way we think about looking for answers. But let's just start with a question that really gets to the heart of this whole thing. What if the constant, nonstop effort you put into searching for something is the very thing that's preventing you from actually finding it? It's a huge paradox, right? And it's the key to our entire explainer today. All right, so our story kicks off at a river. It's the meeting place for two men, Govinda and Siddhartha, who were actually monks together back when they were young. And the difference between these two guys is, wow, it's stark. On one hand, you've got Govinda. He's a dedicated monk. He's followed all the rules, all the teachings his whole life. But he's still restless. He's still searching. And then you have Siddhartha. He left that life, became a simple ferryman, and yet he seems to have found this deep, profound peace. One guy believes in rules and teachings. The other believes in pure, lived experience. So, this huge difference between them leads us right to the core riddle of their entire conversation, a challenge that Siddhartha puts to his old friend. Govinda shows up and, he sees the world through his own lens. For him, everyone must be searching for enlightenment, just like he is. So he asks Siddhartha a pretty logical question, hey, aren't you a searcher too? And Siddhartha's reply, it's such a gentle but complete game changer. It's not really an answer, is it? It's another question. He suggests that maybe, just maybe, Govinda's intense focus on the act of searching is the very reason he isn't finding anything. It's a total flip of perspective. So let's break this down, because this is the heart of it. For Siddhartha, searching means you have a goal. You're so obsessed with that one single thing that you become blind to everything else that's right there in front of your eyes. Finding, on the other hand, that's about being free, being open. It's about having no goal at all, which lets you actually see what's truly there. Okay, now let's go a layer deeper. Because Siddhartha then explains why he's so skeptical of the very thing Govinda has dedicated his life to, which is teachings and words. He makes this really crucial distinction here between knowledge and wisdom. He says, look, knowledge is something that can be taught. You can share facts and instructions with words. But wisdom, that's different. Wisdom can't be taught. It can only be lived. And if you try to explain it with words to someone who hasn't lived it, it probably just sounds like foolishness. And he illustrates this so perfectly. He says, I can love a stone, a tree, the river. Why? Because they're real. They're tangible. They have hardness and softness and colors. But words, they're just words. For him, teachings are just collections of words, totally empty of the actual life that he finds in the world all around him. He then picks up a stone, and he explains that he doesn't love it for what it might become one day. He loves it because to him, it already is everything, right now. In this one moment, it's a stone, but it's also an animal. It's God. It's even the Buddha. It's already perfect, just as it is. And this idea of things being perfect right now, well, that brings us to the most radical, most mind-bending part of Siddhartha's whole philosophy, his idea about time itself. He just says it, plain and simple. Time is not real. That whole feeling we have of moving from a past through the present and into a future, he says it's a deception. So, why does he believe this? Well, he says that our thoughts, our language, they have to chop up the world to make sense of it. We create these pairs, right? Good and evil, sinner and saint, past and future. But Siddhartha argues that reality itself isn't one-sided like that. It's a complete, unified whole, and it's all happening at once. Okay, so what does that even mean in practice? Well, first, the gap we imagine between a sinner and a saint, it's an illusion. The potential for the Buddha is already completely inside the sinner, right now. Second, the world isn't imperfect and slowly getting better. Nope, it is already perfect in every single moment. And third, that means everything, even things we call sin or death or foolishness, is actually good. The only thing it requires is for us to stop judging it and just see it with
with loving agreement.
Now, as you can probably imagine, Govinda is just reeling. This sounds like crazy talk, just like Siddhartha predicted it would. And so Siddhartha offers him something that goes way beyond words. He tells his old friend, his searching friend, to come close and kiss his forehead. And this is the real turning point. The talking is over. A direct, almost miraculous experience is about to begin. When Govinda does it, he doesn't see his friend's face anymore. He sees a river. And what he sees in this river is just 1,000 images all rushing past all at once. A fish dying for air as a newborn child takes its first breath. A murderer plunging a knife as an executioner's axe falls. Lovers wrapped up together and cold, empty corpses. Snarling animal heads and smiling gods. It's all there. Birth, death, love, hate, flowing together as one single, unending whole. But hovering over all of it, above all these flowing, changing forms, is one single, unchanging smile. The smile of oneness, the smile of unity. And in that moment, Govinda recognizes it. He knows that smile. It is the exact same peaceful, all-knowing smile he'd seen on the face of the Buddha himself. And with that one vision, boom, everything just clicks into place. Govinda finally gets it. Not because of a smart argument, not from a new teaching, but because he saw it directly. Time, the wall between sinner and saint, between life and death, it all just dissolved. And in that one moment of pure finding, his lifelong search was, at last, over. Which brings us right back to where we started. Siddhartha's big secret wasn't some complex new philosophy. It was just a simple invitation to stop searching so hard, to stop staring at some distant goal, and instead, to just be open to what's already here. So it leaves us with one final thought. What truths might be hiding in plain sight, right in front of your own eyes, if you could just stop and find the time for finding?